This is the most professional setting we have ever recorded in.
I know, and especially me, because, I mean, like, I got bills to pay and mouth to feed.
This podcast better pay off for that mouth, because it can be fed a lot.
Sure, this mouth requires a lot of upkeep in order to keep on keeping...
Lucas is broke again.
Nuh-uh. Is this a watch?
Is it? Probably.
No, these are sunglasses.
Those are...
Wow.
Sunglasses
Two completely different objects.
We're in my room today.
On another episode of What Did I Find in Joe's Room? Ugh. I'm not going to mention that one.
It's socks. He looked at my socks. I haven't...
No, I was talking about the dead raccoon you have.
Oh, it's not a dead raccoon.
It's dead. Is it alive?
Yeah, he's alive. Look.
No.
See, look.
You just shoved your hand inside this raccoon.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
How are you?
Ah! Alright, we got coffee again.
Alright, let's see what Lucas thinks of this coffee, because I haven't tried it yet. Oh, that's sweet.
That is white chocolate, definitely.
There is white chocolate. Well, you saw me do the white chocolate.
I did, but I can taste it distinctly.
Okay, yeah, I did put quite a bit in there. I think I put more in yours than I put in mine, to be honest.
Coffee.
Okay.
There's definitely some beans in there. Not just me.
I feel like the taste of what it's
There's
supposed
something that I can't put my... It's like a rich flavor, and I don't know what it is.
It's very subtle.
Is there lavender?
No, I wish.
I smell lavender.
Gosh, really? I guess kind of. It's not lavender, but you're on the right
It's a plant.
track? Yeah, it's a plant.
Oh, on the track? It's a train. Autism. You put autism in the coffee.
By the way, in sad news, the creator of Thomas the Tank Engine did actually pass away Christmas Day of last year.
Finally.
I'm actually sad. I loved Thomas the Train as a kid.
I didn't really watch it.
I loved it so much. I
wasn't
toy.
autistic.
Neither was I, but I had a toy of it.
Trains.
Okay.
They say the number one leading cause to trains is autism.
Right on.
Yep, I said that in the right order.
Do you want to take a stab at what it could be? Because I don't think you're going to guess.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't think I've ever flavored this flavor.
So...
Dragon fruit.
You're on the right track again.
How am I on the right track with
I went to
Winco.
I went to Winco with my grandmother.
You put your grandma in this coffee?
No, she wouldn't fit in the cup.
Oh my gosh.
But I guess Netflix has a new series out right now. This is probably late news.
Oh, Squid Games 2. You put squid in here.
There's squid ink coffee. That's probably a thing in Japan. That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah, I know. I see now. There was a dog hair on my coffee cup. I almost inhaled it.
But Netflix has a new series out right now called Love is Blind.
Oh, you put Helen Keller in the coffee.
Again, her cremated ashes might have fit. I don't know if she was cremated.
Just every absurd thing. Every absurd person.
It is.
People in coffee now.
The creamer is chocolate covered strawberry.
Ah.
And
that's the fruity bit I was getting.
I put some salted caramel syrup and some white chocolate.
I knew the salted caramel was in there. I couldn't really figure out what it was, though. Because of the other flavor that I was trying to figure out.
Which was the strawberry.
The chocolate covered strawberry.
It's very... I was trying to think of what I could do with it, because I like making weird coffee concoctions. I was trying to think of what to do with chocolate-covered strawberry, but it's like, chocolate-covered strawberry is kind of its own thing. It's kind of fine on its own.
The white chocolate was a good addition.
The white chocolate was... Because I'm thinking, like...
I think maybe a little bit too much with the salted caramel.
I only put 2 squirts.
No, I mean, like, take it out completely.
Pumps. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, I mean, I feel like that... Because, like, I get the hint of it, but not enough to where this chocolate-covered strawberry and the white chocolate are...
Well, do you put caramel sauce on the chocolate-covered strawberry? Can you do that?
I've seen people put white chocolate and...
Well, that's why I was thinking of that.
But I haven't ever seen them put caramel on it
I just figured caramel was kind of like a natural...
Caramel.
We're not doing this.
Caramel.
There's an A. I will accept caramel. I will accept caramel. There's an A. Caramel.
There's something wrong with you if you're accepting caramel.
Caramel is a mountain in the Middle East. It is in the Bible. You dare question the words of the mighty
I have no work
Jimmy?
tomorrow.
Oh, you don't work tomorrow. I do.
We can record another episode tomorrow.
We could.
To have put out a month in advance.
Yeah, we're literally like a month away.
Dude, I'm so happy with that. It's a lot better than last time.
Yeah, we were recording like the day of.
Day after, we gotta get this out. Crud. We messed up because we said a word. Which word? You'll never find out.
The lost episode. I was listening back to old episodes and we referred to the lost episode multiple times.
I
remember
apparently
it.
lost that in my memory. Oh, no, the one we recorded with Isaac?
No. We never recorded an episode with Isaac. We did with Henry. I could probably call
No,
Isaac.
because we also had another lost episode
There was
for the Final Brain Cell podcast.
Oh, for Final Brain Cell podcast, yeah.
We had a lot. We recorded the whole thing, and I was like, "Hey guys, I never pressed record," and it was the whole thing.
Dude, we've done that here too. Just I keep looking at my phone to make sure it's recorded.
What's the topic for the day? What are we talking about, Jim?
I don't know. We were just kind of having some small talk. I was gonna say I could call Isaac at some point. Maybe we could have him on here. Final Brain Cell revamped.
Maybe.
That could work. Henry should come back. We have other people that wouldn't mind being on the pod. We could have Marilyn on the podcast now.
Oh yeah, because we can record.
Because we can record phone calls. Because Apple did the first smart thing they've ever done. I probably shouldn't say this because we're on Apple Podcasts now. But
please sponsor us, Steve Jobs or whoever you are.
Steve Jobs is dead. He died of ligma. I don't know if I can say that, but it's...
Ligma what, Joe? Ligma what?
Ligma popsicle.
That's almost worse.
You don't like popsicles?
Is that a fidget spinner?
Yes, you were there when I bought it. I bought it with the butt poster. I have a poster that I will not ever put up in my room. It is just things with butt cheeks, and it is one of my most prized
Let
possessions.
me clarify. It's inanimate objects that somebody drew butts on.
It's literally like there's a volcano,
It's not people.
There's a science beaker thing,
There's
a taco. A taco with butt cheeks.
It's insanely difficult to drink out of this cup.
I know, I don't know why I brought you that. It's a Minecraft TNT block cup.
You blockhead. Get it? 'Cause
I got the Central City Jitters coffee. CC Jitters
I'm the Flash.
From the Flash.
Flash.
So we have one topic that was suggested by a friend of mine.
Oh?
She said something about doing like East Coast versus West Coast. I feel like we should save that for when Marilyn comes on the podcast because neither of us have been to the East Coast. Well, you might have.
No, I have never. I've been as far as Louisiana.
Oh,
I think that's the furthest east I've been.
I always want to go to Louisiana.
Wait, Louisiana. Hold on.
No,
Kentucky. My bad.
Oh, do you have any fried chicken?
Louisville. Yes. Okay. So we can talk about this. Let's talk about road trips we've been on.
Oh, road trip. There we go. Topic of the day: road trips.
Mine have all been because of Bible quizzing. That's the only road trips I've ever... Well, okay, and one other one when I went to go see my the remainder of my family, my grandpa's side of the family, because I was like, Mom, I want to find out who these people are before they die, because like another one had just died and my grandpa had just died, and I was like, there's only like 3 left.
I only have
7.
I only have one grandma left, so I spent a lot of time with her though.
Yeah, road trips. Let's start with the Kentucky Fried Chicken one because we can't leave on that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So, for Bible quizzing, Nationals was held in Louisville, Kentucky, and so our quiz coach was going to he always takes us places that are interesting and fun to see. Well, obviously we went to the Louisville Slugger Museum.
Right.
Had a blast there, used the batting cages. Like, you could take a bat and customize it to any player's bat.
I think I remember you mentioning about this.
Yeah. Well, another fun thing he thought would be amazing, and that I thought was a blast, he took us to Colonel Sanders' grave. Yes.
Okay.
But before we went to Colonel Sanders' grave, we went to KFC. And we got a bunch of chicken. And so we went and we ate KFC at the tombstone of Colonel Sanders.
I don't know if that's the most disrespectful thing or the most respectful thing you can do.
I feel like it's a bit of both depending on what you're there for. But he thought that it would be like cool because we're eating KFC with the Colonel.
This is a squeaky.
But
my gamer chair is.
He had, if I remember correctly, he had like a little pillar with his bust on top of it, and so it was like his head and shoulders,
Yeah.
And there was like some other stuff there, but this cemetery though, the most beautiful cemetery I've ever been to. If you wouldn't have told me it was a cemetery, I wouldn't have known until I got a little bit inside.
Right.
Because then obviously you start seeing like these big old
mausoleums
and the big old like statues above the headstones, but Like, it was very green. There were flowers everywhere. Not flowers everywhere that people placed there. Like, they just grew there. They were planted and meant to be grown there.
That's a good idea. Why don't cemeteries do that?
I don't know. But it's a beautiful place. And we ate chicken, and then we, this probably wasn't supposed to be allowed, but I'm pretty sure we left some of the bones there. I don't think that was Brother Elkins. I think that was me and a couple of the other guys.
I feel like that's where the disrespect came in.
We were like, we should leave the bones here to let them know that we ate chicken here.
We desecrated a grave with his children. Colonel Sanders was the father of chickens. Oh, everyone knows that. It's like
he birthed the first chicken.
It's like the Greek gods.
Sorry, he hatched the first chicken.
It's like the Greek gods. He's the god of chickens.
Polos.
There's only one God, man, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that.
My gosh. What about you? What's one?
Well, what constitutes a road trip?
Where you are on a trip and you go out of state, or
it has to be out of state,
or
because I was gonna say when we went to the Thorsons, I would have considered that a road trip.
That's okay. Yeah, that's like
more than an hour.
More than an hour. That's a decent road trip. It's not a big one.
I don't know if I ever told you this story of the time we went to Arkansas. And
I like how you said, "Oh, it has to be out of state." Like you didn't have one, and you're like, "Oh yeah, we went to Arkansas."
Well, we didn't drive to Arkansas.
That's not a state. That's a state of mind.
So is Missouri. The heater turned on.
That's a weird noise. I thought an Amber Alert was going extra long.
Oh gosh,
who stole the white kid? Who stole the white?
We got an Amber Alert on the way home from Disneyland. I never read it. But we got one, and I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Remember the tsunami warning that we got like a couple weeks ago?
I remember the tornado. We got a tornado warning.
I didn't get that one.
We had an earthquake a couple of months ago too, and the earth. I was literally in the bathroom when it happened. I'm just sitting down, and all of a sudden the toilet starts shaking.
I've never felt an earthquake to this day. I thought I felt one yesterday when I was on the bridge,
right?
And all of a sudden, like, everything starts shaking. I was like, am I feeling my first earthquake?
Carburetor.
All the cars just started moving from the other side, and the bridge started shaking because of it.
Oh my gosh. But no, so, we flew to Arkansas because my friend was getting married, and I don't know if he listens to this podcast, actually. How you doing, Lane? You know, I haven't...
Lane, if you don't listen to this, you're not a real friend. Anyways.
I'll text him and let him know we talked about this in the episode. Beautiful wedding, by the way. So I gotta suck up some brownie points now.
Since he's a fake friend, not listening to the podcast.
He actually, he just finished writing a book.
What a jerk.
And
he's whimsical.
And he's married. Like, bro has it all. No, so it was a great wedding, but so
they're broken.
I have another friend that lives in Missouri. She just moved back to California, but she lived in Missouri, so we were in Arkansas. So I'm just like, "Hey, Becca, what if we just come hang out for the day?" And she said, "Bet." So we landed in Little Rock, Arkansas, which, by the way,
is that right next to Big Rock, Arkansas?
Yes.
Is Little Rock the size of a Big Rock but smaller?
Yes. They actually only have one mountain in all of Arkansas. And
did you nickname him Stone?
We just watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so Lucas is... Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, there's goat milk in the coffee. There's steamed goat milk. That's why I forgot to mention that.
That might be the other taste I'm tasting, because I'm like, it doesn't taste normal.
No, goat milk is actually really good, and I think it's good for you.
I wouldn't know. I've never goated a milk.
I've never milked a goat.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
But anyway, so we landed in Little Rock, Arkansas, stepped off the plane, breathed it in, the non-polluted air of California. That wasn't California. It smelled like warm butter. It was so delicious. The air smelled like warm butter. So that's not.
Did it make you feel like warm butter?
No, it made me feel.
So it wasn't humid.
No, it wasn't humid. But so we pick up our rental car and we're driving from Little Rock, Arkansas.
It'd probably be easier to drive the rental car instead of pick it up.
Yeah, I was feeling a little strong that day though. So we're driving, and as we're driving, my mom gets an email, be like, "Oh, weather advisory in the area." So we call my aunt that lives in Texas, like, "Hey, you live in this part of the country. If they say that there's a weather advisory, should we be scared?" And she said, "Yeah, you'll be fine." As she says that, I kid you not, there is an electrical storm about probably like 5 miles ahead of us.
Call the electricians.
I have never seen lightning so beautiful. It was yellow.
Oh, okay, I got another road trip then.
The lightning was yellow. And I was just looking at it the whole time like, this is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my life. I love electricity.
You were looking at it like the aliens in Toy Story looked at the duck.
Oh. But I did the mouth thing.
You zapped my car. I am eternally grateful.
But no, so we're driving in lightning storm, and I'm just looking at the lightning like, man, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, what luck that we happened to be here. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just, woof, a wall of just monsoon out of literally nowhere. The windshield wipers did absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. It was, we had to pull over, and I wanted to get out of the car. I wanted to be like, outside singing in the rain, you know, like that one musical that I can't remember the name of.
High School?
Yes, definitely. But no, we were pulled over for like a good 10 minutes, and the wall of water eventually washed away. I didn't know this till later. My mom was apparently terrified the whole time, because she's like, I can't see at all. We couldn't see.
Could you breathe?
Barely. But we ended up in this. I actually got mad at this part. So we finally made it past the weather.
The war, yeah.
The war of weather. And we got to the hotel we were supposed to be staying at. Notice I said we were supposed to be staying at.
They were like, sorry, you booked the one next state over.
No, worse. So we booked
2 states over.
Through a very popular hotel website. I'm not going to say the name of it because...
Trivago.
No.
Hotels.com.
I'm not saying the name of this hotel
hotels.com.
website. So we pull up.
Did you pull a me when I went to the Thorsons with Henry where I booked it for the wrong days?
No.
Oh.
We pull up to the hotel and I get out of the car because like I'm going to check us in because my mom's tired, and I'm just like, why is there no cars in the parking lot?
Well, they
why
shut
are the
down.
lights off in the windows?
They were completely shut down.
They were remodeling the hotel, and they still let us book the hotel for those days.
It's through a third-party website, that's why.
We spent an hour and a half on the phone with 4 different people, all of which were just like, oh, we'll just book you a different hotel. And it's like, no. This hotel is gone. It doesn't exist. It's completely gone. And no one was helpful. I was yelling at the phone at this point because it's 3 a.m. We've been driving all day, and we just want to sleep. We drove up and down the main street there in Branson, Missouri.
Oh, yeah, Main Street.
I think it actually was called Main Street. We drove up and down the street in Missouri, stopped at every single hotel. Hey, do you have just a room for the night? Do you have a room for the night? Every single hotel.
And they're like, sorry, baby Jesus, you have no room here. And then you finally got to that one hotel, and they're like, actually, we got a stable in the back. Which would make sense, because it's Missouri. And they're like, but you can't actually sleep in the stable. Your mom and dad can sleep in the stable, but you, sir, since you're the child, you got to sleep in the manger. And you were too big for the manger, so they're like, okay, fine, we'll get the feeding trough.
But no, we ended up finding this one hotel. Stop throwing things.
How did I do that?
I don't know. But we ended up finding this one hotel room. The guy was super, super, super nice. He was very, like, I can't believe this happened to you guys. I'm pretty sure he gave us a discount on the room, too, because of what happened.
Dang.
But, yeah, we just stayed there. We were about to sleep in the car on the side of the road. We were that tired.
I've done that.
I've done that, too. Not out of necessity, because I felt like... I'm kidding. But,
I was like, you know what? Let's be homeless for tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time. No, I fell asleep in my car outside of work one time.
I'm not going to say the story about when I fell asleep at work.
I don't think I want to know.
No. It's... never mind. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Oh, behind the scenes. That's going to be on our Patreon that we don't have.
No, we don't have yet. We should make one. We should make one just in case.
Maybe.
Does it cost money to have it?
I don't know. I will look into it.
All right. Well, if you're hearing this...
maybe
subscribe to our Patreon because
maybe we
have
have one.
good. We may or may not. Maybe patent pending.
Patent pending. Blue Justice. Okay, tell us your
Okay, so
Hotel Trivago troubles.
well, no, that's a different. Well, I'll tell that too, but
Oh, you actually have one?
yeah, well, it wasn't Trivago. It was like hotels.com or something. Anyways, I booked for the wrong days. For me and Henry to go to the Thorsons.
Yeah.
And I ended up just having to pay
Hello,
for another...
Thorsons, if you listen to this.
Yeah, they don't listen to this. I doubt it.
I'm going to send this episode to Jesse, specifically.
Well, he doesn't count. He's the oldest one and our friend. The others, they just, they kind of look at us from afar like, man, those guys are kind of weird.
More than
Especially
likely.
like when you got the chili pepper in your eye.
Especially when I took...
Especially when they thought that I was into your sister.
Especially when I was taking...
When I was really just admiring the meat I had just cooked.
Even when I was taking coffee creamer shots with Regina. Didn't know it was Regina.
Man, you're a pretty cool person. Who are you? I'm Regina. What's your last name? Thorson. What?
No, I thought it was another one of the Thorsons.
Oh, yeah, you thought she was glasses and guitar. If she listens to this, I am no longer referring to her by her name. I'm referring to her by Henry's name for her. Glasses and guitar.
I'm going to send this to all of them. I hope you realize just this section. I'm literally.
It's okay. They all called me retarded at the same time without me knowing it until that happened. You were there for that, weren't you?
I wasn't
no, that was
there
Henry.
for
That was Henry.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, so I booked the hotels, and like a week before, it was like, "Do you have the right dates?" And in my head, of course I have the right dates. So I deleted the email.
Bruh.
I booked it for the day after. And I was like, well, can I change it? And they're like, no, because you booked it through a third-party website. So I was like, that's stupid. Do you have anything else here, though? We don't. And I was like, great. So I just ended up having to find a whole nother hotel, which ended up working out. But the other story I was going to tell was the rain weather. Mm-hmm. We were in Texas somewhere, and we were right next to a rest stop. And it was like someone took an endless bucket of water and just dumped it all over the place. And we had to pull over. When we finally had... It was still raining. It didn't stop raining, but it stopped pouring like that. When we could finally see more than 2 feet in front of us, we were 1 foot away from a semi-truck.
Ah!
Yeah. And just about everybody on the road was like that. We were bumper to bumper, and nobody really realized it. Well, we pull off into this rest stop because we were needing to go to the bathroom anyways, and it started doing it again. And so, like a genius, I went outside.
Yeah.
And I was just standing there because I loved the rain. And I'm just literally looking up, trying to keep my eyes open because I was like, I want to know what it looks like when you do this. And then it rained harder, and I started feeling myself go back.
Wow.
And so I threw my head back down, went back underneath, and I was like, nope. I'm staying under here, not because I'm wet, but because it's going to throw me on the ground, and I might waterboard myself by nature.
By nature? Hold on, by nature?
Nature was about to waterboard me in Texas.
Oh, that's not... Okay.
And then,
nature said, tell me what I want to know.
Who killed John F. Kennedy? I'm just kidding.
Who killed John Lennon?
Stitch.
Speaking of John Lennon, totally random. Do you remember the vultures from the Jungle Book?
No.
You don't remember the vultures? They sang the song "That's What Friends Are For." For the longest time.
The only thing I remember from the Jungle Book is there was a kid in a diaper singing Bare Necessities.
Yeah, that's pretty much sums up the whole movie.
Oh.
But there was a scene where there were some vultures that sang a song to Mowgli, and for the longest time, I never bothered to look it up. I was like, oh, that's the Beatles. Those vultures were voiced by the Beatles. They look like the Beatles. They sound like the Beatles. They sing like the Beatles. For so long, I just assumed it was them. Never looked. It wasn't.
Who was it?
I don't know. I don't remember, but a friend of mine looked it up because I told her about it, and I was like, yeah, it's totally the Beatles, right? She's like, I don't think it is. So she looked it up. She's like, okay, they were inspired by the Beatles. They were supposed to be voiced by the Beatles.
And the Beatles were like...
John Lennon specifically said, yeah, we're not doing that. And my response was immediately just, kill John Lennon.
Oh my gosh. No,
and all of a sudden my cat started acting weird when I said that.
Oh my gosh. I hate that reference. That was such a stupid meme. Oh my goodness. No, but going back to the lightning storms, I'm pretty sure we were in New Mexico, and
Not
my
old
quiz coach.
Mexico.
No, not Old Mexico.
We don't go there.
My quiz coach had booked us like an Airbnb type thing where it was someone owned a ranch, and they had a separate ranch house that you could rent out, and so we rented that out, and it was so cool because they had like a bookshelf of like tons of Louis L'Amour books and different like Western style books. So I was sitting there. I read like 10 Louis L'Amour books are so short, so I read like 10 Louis L'Amour books that night.
I've never read Louis L'Amour,
but
I want to.
Brother Elkins cooked us up some burgers on like a actual like fire type deal, and we were outside, and it was pitch black. Like you can't see. They don't have any lights on this property. There's no lights for as far as you can see, except for the stars, and all I could see was the stars, and it was. I've never seen at that point in my life. I'd never seen the sky like that, and I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool." Well, off to the left, there's a lightning storm. Purple lightning. Off to the right, there's another lightning storm. Orange lightning. Behind me, there's another lightning storm with white lightning.
That was my nickname in high school.
They're so far out, I can't even hear the thunder from them. But like
what was in front of you?
It was so cool.
Besides the burger,
coyotes.
Oh,
I'm not even joking. Like at one point, I was standing out with one of the other quizzers, and I was like, "I feel like we're being watched." They're like, "What do you mean being watched?" It's like I don't know. I like the Elkins over there. They're like glancing at us every once in a while, but I don't think that's it. And then I heard something rustling. I was like, "I think we should just move a little bit more into the campfire light." Like, okay, so we scoot back a little bit, and that's when I hear the running, and the coyotes got something. I don't know what they got, but they got something.
Finally got that Roadrunner.
No, there was no TNT that blew up. I got the TNT right here.
It's dynamite.
AC/DC has the TNT too.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
No, that was how it was in Missouri, like seeing all the stars like that because we were driving at night.
It's awesome.
So,
and like as a kid, I used to be like, how did someone find a bear out of those stars right there?
I could tell you the story on the podcast. I don't think I've told the story on the podcast. I've told you the bear story of how they think the bear constellations got up there.
Oh yeah, I know that. Man, that's no.
Okay.
That's not interesting.
Patreon. Patreon.
Just look up Greek mythology. What happened with the bear? Zeus.
Yeah, but when I was in Arkansas and Missouri, I saw fireflies for the first time.
I still have never seen a firefly.
They're so...
I would not believe my eyes.
They have 10 million fireflies. You know, there's somebody that doesn't know that song that exists in the world. There's somebody that's young enough that doesn't know that
probably in
song.
Africa, where they don't have music.
They also don't have vampires.
Yeah, because God bless the rains down in Africa.
No, the other day I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw this meme where it was like when somebody says THX instead
don't hit wood, that hurts.
He hit my bed. But it's like when somebody says THX instead of thanks. Exactly. It's like,
my mom did that to me.
Wait.
My mom, I was going to do it while we were in the gas station last night. My mom sent THX when she asked me to walk my sister to the car or whatever.
Right.
And I wanted to just send her a voice memo, but she can't get voice memos because she has Samsung and I have Apple kind of deal. And I was going to just send her like... But
I went in the comments of that video.
I guarantee you whoever's listening to this part of the podcast is done with us right now.
Oh, yeah. I saw that reel on Instagram and I went to the comments and there was people that are like, can someone please explain the joke? And I'm like... I'm not that old. I am not that old.
But okay, it's kind of crazy though how how fast like VHS and Blu-ray DVD all fizzled out.
Well, okay, VHS didn't fizzle out that quickly because there was a lot to do with VHS. It was, but Blu-ray fizzled
CDs.
out. Blu-ray.
No. That's the thing.
I'm not falling for it.
No, it was on Tillin.
What is a CED?
I can't remember how it's like compact electric disc or something. It's basically a vinyl record but a movie.
Oh, I don't remember those.
You don't remember that? Bro, so they would literally, it was like huge. And it was like the first in-home entertainment thing before VHS. But the thing is, they were like, it's too much right now, and we're going to put a lot more work into it. And so they waited like 18 years or something like that. And it like officially came out with VHS. Movie theaters loved them. But people at home were like, this is kind of dumb. Because you had to clean it. And because like it's just like a vinyl record where if a little bit of dust gets in there, like skips or whatever.
Yeah.
Or repeats or whatever it is. So you could clean it. They had a special brush for you to clean it with. But when you put it in the machine could still have dust.
So you had to clean it. So it was just an inconvenience.
It was an inconvenience all around. Whereas the VHS, like, it couldn't do as much, or it wasn't as high of a quality, but it was easier for people at home.
VHSs did last a while. DVDs
are still out there, but like now with streaming services, like Netflix doesn't have to mail you a CD anymore.
I don't remember
or DVD.
Those days.
You don't. I used to watch Lost in Space and Leave It to Beaver because Netflix mailed us.
Wow.
Yeah, Netflix mailed us the discs for those.
I like
Gilligan's Island.
I like the older technology because you can see it right now. I have a record player. I have a bunch of vinyls. I also
have a Spider-Man.
Yeah. My sister got me that for me for Christmas.
Dude.
In here I have a bunch of cassette tapes because I have a Walkman.
And in there. I was snooping.
That's true.
I also found your underwear drawer.
Ah.
You should probably get more underwear.
Yeah.
There's only 2.
There is not.
I'm just kidding.
I just put away laundry yesterday. Why are you in my underwear drawer?
I thought it was a sock drawer. I needed some socks.
I have a lot of socks. Do you need a pair of socks?
No, I just got socks for Christmas. I was so happy.
I got 7-Up socks. I got Reese's Peanut Butter Cup socks. I got Jurassic Park socks. I got Dr. Seuss socks.
Plain black or white socks.
I got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild socks. I got Truck socks. I got Pixar socks. I got Gryffindor socks.
There's no way you're Gryffindor. You're a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Gryffindor.
You're a Hufflepuff.
I have taken the test at least 13 times with different people that didn't tell me what the test was. Every single time I have gotten Gryffindor.
You're a Hufflepuff.
I am not a Hufflepuff. How dare you?
Splendiferously. That's how I dare.
There was this girl at senior camp that we were all friends with, and she was wearing a Harry Potter shirt, so we were trying to figure out what house she was in. And I said Hufflepuff, and she said, "Do I look like a Hufflepuff?" And me and my friend Lucas DeSantis looked at each other like Slytherin at the same time.
So stupid. No, but any more road trips? Because I got more.
The road trips we're at 30-minute mark.
That's fine.
Okay. The road trip to General Conference, it was just me and my mom. That wasn't really anything exciting. We saw a Roadrunner. Like a real life Roadrunner.
I've never seen one.
I'll show you the picture of the Roadrunner later.
That is awesome. Does it run as fast as it?
It was running pretty quick. It went blop.
That's
but funny. It was at that, do you know that gas station right before the Grapevine?
Nope. I know the Grapevine. I don't know
There's a gas station
right there.
Right before the Grapevine
we stopped at gas at different places. Brother Elkins really mapped out everything to make sure that we made it on schedule and still had time to do our fun and still had time to have a little bit more time for each fun.
But there's a gas station right before the Grapevine, and we stopped there because I know that gas station. They have some of the best gas station pizza, which I know isn't saying much. But gas station pizza is honestly slept on. I'm going to be honest.
I've never slept on a gas station pizza.
7-Eleven?
I've slept on a bed. I've slept on the floor.
I hate you.
Never slept on a gas station
7-Eleven pizza, if it's fresh, if it is just pulled out the oven, it's pretty darn good.
So it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Pretty much. You kind of have to buy your own. And have them cook it for you.
I forgot you can buy a whole pizza.
You can buy a whole pizza and they cook it and it takes 2 minutes and I don't understand what wizard technology they have there.
Pre-cooked.
No, it's not.
It's not?
You can buy a frozen pizza and they put it in
Yeah, frozen pizzas are typically pre-cooked.
Yeah, I know, but it's still, they put it in this oven thing and it takes 2 minutes and it's fresh pizza. And I don't understand it.
I don't know how to explain.
Well, the dough is pre-cooked, obviously, but the cheese is still shredded.
Well, the cheese doesn't take that long to cook.
You're not wrong, but I guess I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't take. If I go to Whitco and I get a DiGiorno pizza,
it's not delivery.
Exactly. I put it in my oven. Takes 12 minutes.
I go up to the delivery ward at hospitals just so I can pop in and be like, "Hey, it's DiGiorno," and then I just leave. I do that for every room. mid-labor sometimes. Like, they'll always hear screaming, and I'll be like, oh, that's one that I'm going to. She'll be like, ah! And they'll be like, push, and the breathing and whatever. I'll be like, it's DiGiorno! And then they throw something at me, most likely a scalpel, but I dodge it, and then...
Juke and jive.
Yeah.
I was just at the hospital that I was born in yesterday.
Which one were you born in?
Walnut Creek.
Ah, I was born in that one too!
Hey!
No wonder we're retarded.
I think that's a good place to...
I don't think I've ever been back. Like, when I've been fully conscious.
Oh. Yeah, my mom had a procedure done yesterday, and I took her to... All right, that's a good place to stop this episode. Time for
I have more stories about road trips.
We can make it a part 2.
I don't want to do a part 2 about road trips. Let me just tell this story real quick. Just a few things.
Okay.
Okay, so we would stop, just like a few stops that we did, because we always
tell the story to the viewers. I will listen to it when I am back.
This is awkward.
It's gonna be fine. Just talk to yourself.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just act like you here. So, we would go to Oatman, Arizona. We'd stop in there because we'd go up and down Route 60. Well, we'd go up Route 66 and then come back a different way. But we'd go to Oatman, Arizona. They had donkeys there. I'm pretty sure that was open. And you could feed the donkeys. They had, like, stuff that you could feed them, like little grass blocks or something. I don't know what it was. And then we stayed at the TP hotels, which if you've ever watched the movie Cars, it's basically the inspiration for the Cozy Cone. Like, that whole town seems to be the inspiration for Cars. Like the Radiator Springs type deal. And it is awesome. The hotel itself, awful. The beds, not comfortable. The rooms, I'm pretty sure that's a hotel where one of the bathroom doors didn't lock, and so we had to, like, make sure we announced that we were going into the bathroom before we did, so that way people would not come in. But it was, the experience was what we were there for, and it was an amazing experience. But it was, we did that, and then, oh goodness, the Grand Canyon. We would stop at the Grand Canyon. We didn't do like a full Grand Canyon type deal, but that's because like that would take forever. That's a whole trip in itself. And then we also, I don't know if this was on that road trip, but there was a place called, it was either Walnut Canyon or Crow Canyon, and they had little like dwellings carved out of the rock on the side of the canyon, and you could actually go into these dwellings that were carved out of the rock of this canyon. It was either Walnut Canyon or Crow Canyon. Thank you for coming back.
I was gonna try and sneak in.
Did you enjoy your urination?
I did.
Yeah, no, that was those are a few places that we stopped off, and there's more that I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. Now we can. Oh, we still have to do my bit. I have to be able to talk about something I'm passionate about.
Okay.
You're keeping them in the episode, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, everybody knows.
I'm gonna go back and listen.
Everyone knows all about your bass guitars.
What did I talk about before that?
I was trying to remember. I don't remember.
It was rice, Joe.
It was rice.
Yeah.
Rice, baby.
Did you cut the rice one out? Do I have to talk about rice again?
No.
That was a 5-minute speach that I gave.
About how much you love rice. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, fine. Well, okay. I didn't pick something I was passionate about this time, but
he was looking around trying to pick something.
No. I'm thinking, not looking at your room.
He's looking within himself.
Oh, okay. Video games. So, I really have always been passionate about them, mainly because I haven't been able to play them much as a kid. I got a lot of trouble, got things taken away.